Hello viewers, today I'm taking the Benelli out. It's a winter's day. It's probably about 5 degrees at the moment. This morning was -5. And I haven't used the Benelli for a while, so I thought I'd take it out and give it a chance to get the batteries charged up on the bike. It's a lovely bike to ride, but in winter it hasn't got a full screen at the front, so you do get a lot of the cold winter's air blowing on your upper body. So I haven't used it for a couple of months, so I thought I'd blow the cobwebs off and give it a little bit of a run today. I'm not going very far. I'm just going to go on some country roads, on the back roads through a mountain, and head back that way. So I've started the journey about halfway along. And shortly up here I'll be turning right, and then that really starts us on the leg of the back road, country road, back roads. As you can see from the camera, the weather is really nice today. Only a few clouds, but mostly blue sky. It's perfect riding conditions for this Benelli. So this is the start of the leg now. I've just turned off the main road and I've headed onto this back road. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with the Benelli, it's a twin 250 parallel twin cc bike, 250cc bike. And luckily enough, it comes standard with beautiful Pirelli GT touring tyres, the Angel GTs. So they're a long-lasting tyre. The grip is really good. I'm in the 5th gear now. I'm just going to head up to 6th gear. Here we go. And on the Benelli, it's very minimal vibration. You hardly notice it at all. Whatever gear you're in, it's really, really nice. The balance in the motor, in the crank, is really good. Changes gears very smoothly. And the gearbox is very forgiving. I'm going to see if I can keep it in. I'm in 6th now. I'll see if I can keep it in 6th even around these slower corners. Just see how it goes. So this is a very slow corner here. Should be in 4th, but I'll keep it in 6th. There you go, it pulls out still very nicely actually. So if you're a lazy rider, this is quite nice. This is a 3rd gear corner and I'm still in 6th. This pulls out very good, very nicely. So I got the bike in summertime last year, and the only issue I had is that the sprocket seal was leaking engine oil. So I had to get a new sprocket seal, and that was from brand new. I'd only just got the bike delivered, took it for the first ride, and there was already engine oil leaking from the sprocket seal. So that was changed under warranty, and so far, other than that, it's been fine. My feeling is that the bike was sitting in the dealer for a long time, and of course anything like that is susceptible to getting leaks after a while. If the temperature of the bike isn't on, cooling and heating and expanding the metal around the seals, you can get that happening on a new bike if it's been sitting a long time in stock. for the uphill run here. I'm in 4th gear, bringing it up to 5th gear. It's pulling very nicely up here in 5th gear on the Benelli. Front forks are 41mm on this bike, so they're really beefy, and you can feel it as well. The suspension is magnificent. It really makes bumpy roads smooth. This road is quite a good road to start with, but it makes a difference with the shocks, especially when you're under braking. Front forks work very, very nicely on this bike configuration. So for these sort of roads, the Benelli is an excellent bike. I wouldn't recommend it for long distance touring. It's not that sort of bike. As you can see by the styling as well, it is a sports naked bike. But the position itself, the riding position, isn't forward, so you don't get any problems with your wrists at all on this bike. So if you work touring with some friends on a shorter run, it's quite good. I don't feel uncomfortable on it whatsoever. It's not a super sports style bike. So for these narrower country roads, this is really good. It turns into the corners well, comes out of the corners well, sits in a straight line with minimal vibration, as I said before. So it's really good. The fuel economy isn't great on this. It's about 20 kilometers to a litre. And on my 750 Honda, I get 31, 32 kilometers to a litre. So my 750 is actually more fuel efficient than this bike. But it's understandable. Smaller engine bikes, usually you've got them revving quite high to get them up to speed, whereas a larger engine bike, you're cruising along at very low RPM, so you're not burning as much fuel. But this style of bike, in the way it's designed and made, you're not buying the bike for fuel economy really, you're buying it for its looks and performance, so it's to be expected. You can fit a rear case on. I do have a rear case for this bike, so if I do go touring with a friend somewhere, I can actually put that case on the back and put all my gear in it, so it makes it quite comfortable. You don't need a backpack. The suspension on this is fantastic, especially when you're coming into a corner and you're putting the power down, coming around the bend. You can feel the suspension taking over as the weight transfers from the front to the rear and the rear to the front, and it works seamlessly. Factory settings are excellent on the bike. I haven't needed to change it at all, so I think that's a really good bonus, that the way it's set up is good straight out of the box. Up this part here, you can look at the telemetry data for the slope, which it isn't a great slope, but it's just sitting very nicely. I was just in 3rd gear now. I'm down here into 2nd, coming around this tight corner, and then accelerating out very easily. Plenty of power coming out of here. Still in 2nd gear. Back to, what gear am I there? 2nd, sorry. Plenty of power here in 2nd around here. Still in 2nd, up here. Open it up a bit. Up to 3rd. Back down to 2nd around this corner. just crossing the state border over to a different prefecture now, and then on the downhill run. You can certainly have fun on this bike. Some of you may have seen some of my other videos and know that I've got 2 EV bikes. So the issue I have on that is that if I'm going touring with friends and they're on big bikes, that's fine. Luckily I've got an XSR and my Honda NC. They're all large bikes, so I can go with them. But if it's a different group and they're on smaller bikes, I'm really limited to the range that I can go on with them touring. So the Benelli is a perfect compromise. So it's small enough to go with the smaller bikes, and it's a petrol engine vehicle, and it can go on the country roads very easily through all the narrow bits and still get reasonably good fuel economy with the 16-litre tank. So I think it's good. So I can jump on this and go with them, jump on my big bike with my other friends, and then use the EVs for shorter distance, or as I do on the Super Soco, use it to go to work every day. And it's a really good combination, so I can just choose a particular bike I need for what I want. But I think if I had a choice where I was limited to using, for example, a work bike and touring, that combination, I'd probably use the Benelli or the 750 Honda, because it has slightly better fuel economy. So it just depends on how far your work is away from your home. This is certainly up to the task. Because of its riding position, basically, it's quite comfortable. So if you were sitting in traffic, it is quite okay. So the road's starting to open up now, which is good. And of course there's no debris on the road now, so it's excellent. So I can just give it a little bit of acceleration along here. It's good. No problem at all. Sounds good with the exhaust. The standard factory exhaust is fantastic. I did try modifying the exhaust, but I found that the actual performance of the bike dropped down. So the ECU is definitely programmed for the factory exhaust. I don't recommend changing it. It just sounds good the way it is, and the performance is really good as well. Just in 6th gear around here. All going to plan. We'll stop just down in front of us here. There's a little place here we can stop. Just pull into here. Well, that's it, viewers, today. I just thought I'd take a short ride on the Benelli and just let you know how it goes, how it's been performing. It's been running really well so far. I appreciate you watching the video, and I hope you got something out of it, and hope to see you again next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.